Howdy folks, welcome back to Tours of Alaska. This is episode 6. Now I'm very sure people are wondering when is going to be that tour on Soldotna, Alaska. Well, it's right now. So let's sit back and relax, enjoy the tour, okay? Now behind me here is a restaurant I love called Frosso's Family Dining. It has the best pizza and a lot of other great foods too here in Soldotna, Alaska. It's a little bit expensive, but it's worth it. Soldotna, Alaska also has quite a few hotels, including this one called Best Western. When I first stayed here in Soldotna, Alaska, it was at this hotel. They were very nice people, and they also had pretty great rooms. In this part of Soldotna, Alaska, they have a lot of businesses lined up right here. One of the things I forgot to mention, folks, is that right behind me here is one of the stores where one of the businesses used to be called Joanne Fabrics. Oh man, they were awesome. They had a lot of art supplies and craft supplies and much more. So after 80 long years, they had to go out of business. They'll be missed every day. Over there, folks, we have a pet supply store called Cad Refeeds, Grandma's Cardboard. It has a lot of pet supplies and food and much more for animals, including chickens. Another place I love to visit here in Soldotna, Alaska is this place called Echo Lake Meats. It's got a lot of great meat made from caribou, moose, and bison, and much more. All right, folks, we're now entering Echo Lake Meats. All right, folks, this here is an employee, and he's going to ask some questions here about this great place. Tim?
Yeah, Tim, how you doing today? All right, welcome to Echo Lake Meats. All right,
yeah,
place has been going for 50 years now. All right, we always got our fresh steaks on deck.
Yeah.
World famous jalapeno cheese spread, meat sticks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, surprised you and I have the same name, Tim and Tim.
It's a good name, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty darn good name, isn't it? Yeah. So what's your best meat here?
So ribeyes is going to be the #1 seller today, or most every day, right?
Oh, really?
It's good steak. Right?
Well, I do love meat. I am a meat lover, you know.
Right. And it's right, all red meat, cow.
Oh, really?
Cattle.
Yeah, cattle. Yeah, there's a lot of beef here from cattle or bison or whatever, right?
Yeah, we do have bison and elk and reindeer and the sticks.
Really?
Yeah, get some of those on the case as well.
Sounds very interesting.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah,
it's always fresh, yeah.
Yeah, it sure is. Huh?
Yeah, it comes in on reefer trucks, yep.
Really?
South, mostly Washington, Colorado, those parts. Right.
Yeah. So what started this whole business anyway?
I believe a gentleman named, I forget his name, but he was up on Echo Lake, the road, off of Echo Lake itself, and he was processing moose and game for folks. And then he kind of started up with a few lockers to hang and process.
Oh, yeah.
And then took off from there. And started selling meat as well.
Well, I can tell you, he did a great job, and now look at this place, huh?
Yeah, it's doing fantastic. Right?
Yeah, expanding in two places, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
one.
our
Yeah,
second location near here in Soldotna.
Yeah.
And the KB store is the main hub.
Oh yeah, that's one of the busiest places, right?
It's bustles, yeah.
Oh yeah, a little more busy than this place, but it'll pick up eventually.
Right. And this being centralized in Soldotna is really neat. So
Really?
it's a local access for close residents.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty interesting, huh, folks?
Easy to get.
Yeah. So next time you're in Soldotna, Alaska, you got to come here if you want some good meats. Ain't that right, Tim?
Yeah, of course. Just swing them by anytime.
Well, only if you're a meat lover anyway. You're welcome in here.
We do have pork and chicken and bison and lamb,
Well,
turkey, right?
I love bison always, especially the moose meat.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Thank you.
I appreciate it, my friend.
No problem.
Thanks for coming in today.
No problem. And thanks, folks. Let's thank him, shall we? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, folks, that was a very interesting talk with Tim in there. And again, I'm surprised he and I have the same name. I guess it's a pretty popular name. Anyway, let's continue on with the tour. Another place to visit here in Soldotna, Alaska is this place right here. Right now, it looks like an empty parking lot, but right over here in this spot, somewhere in the, I think the mid summertime is where they have the Saturday, Wednesday market where local artisans and farmers sell their merchandise or food or whatever. They even sell homemade jam and homemade honey. Oh man, they were really good. Oh yeah, and they also have homemade desserts too, which is right behind me at this spot right here, right there. This is where they have the homemade desserts. Next time you're in Soldotna, Alaska, and if you see this on Saturday, which is the only day they're open of the week during the summertime, you gotta try their food or whatever you want. Another thing I forgot to mention, folks, is that little historical house over there. As you can see right here, folks, it used to be a post office that ran from 1949 to 1951. Now it's still standing here, even after all these years. This is pretty amazing, isn't it? Here's the history on it. There's the entrance. There's another sign right there. There's one over there too. Other places like these businesses here in Soldotna, Alaska are right here. Of all the stores lined up in this area of Soldotna, this one here is my favorite. It's called Zero's Trading of Alaska. It's got video games, consoles, movies, electronics, and recycle equipment and much more. And it's pretty retro in there, which means old but cool. They even have a lot of VHS tapes, and pretty much no one watches VHS tapes anymore, but I'm sure some people in the world still do. Another place people can visit here in Soldotna, Alaska is this place called Beeman's Variety. It's got a lot of art supplies and much more. Almost kind of like a thrift store. And right above it is a bike shop where people can get their bikes repaired or whatever they need on their bike. They even sell backpacks that hold water in them. Next door from Beeman's Variety is this coffee shop. I've had some coffee there once. It's pretty good. And right next to it, well, connected to it, is a place called the Fitness Place. It's a gym where people can go and work out. There's some more businesses here in the town of Soldotna, including that one over there. It's called Frost Fire. It's got a lot of great homemade artwork. I even got some Harry Potter stuff there once. The next stop on our tour was supposed to be this place. Some sort of a bar, maybe a grill. I don't know, I've never been in there before, but it does support veterans. Another local restaurant here in Soldotna, Alaska is a place over there called Pappy's. I've eaten there before. It's a pretty good place. And it looks like they have a few more restaurants there as well. Now over there, I'm sure you folks remember from my last video. If not, I'll tell you anyway. It's called Soldotna Creek Park. They have the Wednesday market there all summer long from June to August, I think it is. Now this place, it used to be a donut shop called the Moose's Loose. Their donuts were pretty big and they were so delicious, but they moved on and now they turned this place into a restaurant. I think they serve Thai food now. Over there is our local Subway here in Soldotna, Alaska. There's our local Safeway. There's our outdoor store over there, Pizza Hut. And this part of the building area right here, it's called the Peninsula Center Mall. There's a lot of great stores in there. I've been there multiple times. Also here in the Safeway parking lot in Soldotna, Alaska is this place. It's called the Wilderness Way Outdoor Gear. They have a lot of great gifts and stuff for tourists, and they also have a lot of outdoor gear here. Soldotna also has an Arby's and a McDonald's restaurant too. Another great place I like to visit all the time is this place called Bishop's Attic. It's a great thrift store and they've got a lot of usable stuff or reusable stuff or whatever. Soldotna also has another local mall over there, which has pretty much just a bunch of restaurants in there. I don't know, I've never been in there just yet. It's just right across the street from this Wells Fargo bank. Now over here, there's also some other local businesses, including Papa Murphy's Pizza over there. There's also an ice cream shop. It's first right there. Another local business, which is one of my also one of my personal favorites here in Soldotna, Alaska. I like to visit here sometimes. It's called AK Crazy Collector. It's a little shop where they have a lot of anime, Star Wars, and much more, even Pokemon stuff. There's another gift shop here as well. It's called Alaska Wild Gear Clothing Company. It's got a lot of great stuff in there. Over here we have, here in Soldotna, Alaska, is our local hardware store. It's hardware and fishing, as it's called right there. And they got a lot of great hardware stuff, even fishing gear and much more. Another personal favorite of mine here in Soldotna, Alaska is my favorite coffee shop, right over there. It's called Kaladi Brothers Coffee. Now, they make the best coffee, not just in Soldotna, Alaska, but they also make the best coffee on the Kenai Peninsula. They also have really great latte art. Another place I love to visit here in Soldotna, Alaska is my second favorite pizza place. It's called Pizza Boys, which is right behind me right here. They have pretty good pizza too. There is Soldotna's local Dairy Queen Grill and Chill. It's pretty good there. I've eaten there multiple times. Another local favorite for a lot of people here, including for me, here in Soldotna, Alaska, is this restaurant behind me called The Catch. And it's quite a catch, literally, because that's how good of food they have there. The Catch restaurant is also connected to an inn. Just across the street over there is where an RV park is. They even sell dog treats too. Another great place to stay for tourists here in Soldotna, Alaska is the Kenai River Lodge, because right next to it is the Kenai River, which I'll show you in a minute. Alright folks, here we are walking on the bridge here in Soldotna, Alaska, and right next to me is the Kenai River. Well, part of it anyway. There is quite a view. On that side of the Kenai River, there's a campground where people have camped, including tourists, including myself and my dad. And also, over there is our local museum. There's also a boardwalk down there for people to go fishing on, and they also can walk alongside the river on the boardwalk. One thing I forgot to mention, folks, about the lodge over there, I just mentioned earlier in this video, well, they also have a fishing dock down here too. Even a little picnic area for barbecues or anything else. Right next to the Kenai River is also the Visitor Information Center. Now we're walking along the highway and going down this road here, which would lead to not just the campground, but also the museum. Alright folks, here's the museum. Right over there. Also right next to the museum is one of our local baseball parks. There's the museum welcome sign. Now our local Soldotna Museum is made of 3 houses here. Each one tells the history of this part of Alaska and some of the pioneer days. I wish I could show you what's inside the museum, but unfortunately there's no time for me today because it's getting late in the afternoon and it looks like it might rain. I hope not though. Anyway, if you're ever up here in Soldotna, Alaska, just come up here to our local museum and see what's inside for yourself. From this part of the highway down that road there to the museum and campground, and right over here next to the road that goes down to the museum and campground is this place called Tanner's Alaskan Seafood. It's got seafood and gifts and much more. Another great hotel for tourists to stay at when they visit Soldotna, Alaska is here at the Aspen Hotels. It's even got an indoor pool. Here's another local gift shop called the Homestead. Great gifts here and a lot of homemade gifts as well. Soldotna also has a great Mexican restaurant right here. It's really delicious. I went there for my birthday a few years back. Another great restaurant here in Soldotna, Alaska is this one called Blackjack's. I've eaten here before with a friend of mine. It's really delicious. Over there we have our local Domino's Pizza. Over there we have our local Fred Meyer gas station and much more. And over there is the entrance to Soldotna, Alaska that you can come in from Anchorage or even Seward. The final restaurant I want to show you on this tour is this place called Sports Buckets Grill. They have the best burgers here in Soldotna, Alaska. Here's the parking lot and there's the restaurant. I can smell the cooking of burgers and stuff from here. I guess the wind must be just right here. Anyway, if you're ever here in Soldotna, Alaska, you gotta come try this place. The last time I was here, I had a bison burger. It was made of good bison meat. 10 out of 10. Well folks, that's the end of our tour. I hope you all enjoyed this video. So please like and subscribe to my channel, share this video if you want, and even leave a comment down below if you want. Until then, I'll see you all again next time.